Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Diamonds and Washi. My name is Katie, and today I am here with a Make Market diamond painting haul from Michaels. Everything you see here costs less than $75. You could probably do even better with more coupons, and Make Market is an in-house brand at Michaels that offers some really incredibly budget-friendly diamond painting options. I'm finding that they're really pulling out the stops lately. I found some really interesting new things there when I went to the store earlier this week, including this diamond art toolkit that I'm extremely intrigued by. That comes in like a whole box and everything. A new way to store your diamonds and some cute other new diamond painting type things as well. So we're gonna get into all of this. I am really intrigued and excited to get into all this. I'm gonna give you price points as we go along. That is the full retail price, but you know the deal. We don't pay full price for things at Michaels. Take your coupons, take advantage, and you can get a lot of really solid diamond painting options there for an amazing price point. So okay, let's start with this diamond art toolkit because just looking at the picture on it, I am intrigued to see what all is in here, and I really want to be able to tell you guys if I feel like this is a really good option if you are brand new to diamond painting and just want to make a bunch of upgrades in one fell swoop. So let me go ahead and move this out of the way so we have a little bit of space to work with, and we got to see what's in here, right? The price point for this, the full price was $19.99 US, and this was one that I actually used a 30% off coupon on, and so, you know, that brought the price down significantly. You can see on the picture what it looks like is included. Here's everything kind of laid out for you, and it does say on the back, it gives us a list of the contents. Now, I didn't read through this in a ton of detail because I mostly just want to open this up and kind of see and get a impression of it as we're kind of opening it up. And yeah, so like I said, $19.99 for this US, and this is really similar to the kind of the toolkit and kind of the setup. Oh, that's kind of fancy, that I had when I first started diamond painting because I work in a small space, and so I kept all my tools kind of in one sort of utility box similar to this. So I kind of like that it opens up. You can kind of have everything laid out for you pretty easily and stage everything. We have some baggies. Okay. We have a funnel. This is handy. I'm not going to pull, yeah, I guess I'll pull it out of the bag. Why not? There's a funnel. These silicone funnels are handy if you're pouring from bags into storage containers, which this comes with storage containers, which is really intriguing to me. So this is a nice inclusion. We have some wax. There's like a ton of blue wax in here in this little caddy. Yeah. So there are plastic films on either side of this. You want to make sure you peel back before you try to load up your pen, but there's like 6 plates of it in there. It's really packed full. We have some multi-placers. These are the thick ones, the kind of wider set ones. They're not my favorite. I like the thinner ones better, but this is, you know, it's just what's included. And then there's an angled placer as well. It's kind of nice to be able to try out an angled placer. We have a couple of these brushes. Looks like one kind of fell down. I have literally never used these before, but they are to help, like if your drills get stuck in the trays, you can use these to just brush them out. I just use my fingers, but there's those. Clips. I am intrigued by the inclusion of these. Is this to help, like if you roll up your canvas? Like I've used something like that before. Like if you roll up your canvas and you want to keep it rolled up, is that just what they listed as on the thing? 2 clips. Yeah, just okay. Well, okay, so we have clips, and then we have 3 different sizes of tray and a bunch of pens. So, okay, let's look. 3 different sizes of tray in here. It does tell us the sizes on here. So the smallest is 8.7 centimeters by 4.6. So this is just your standard boat size. This is what you'll see in a lot of basic diamond painting kits, including probably the ones we're going to open up soon. I like this one better because it has a spout for sure. But then this is a fantastic upgrade. I typically say that if you're new to diamond painting, trying to figure out what accessories you want to upgrade, tray should be your number 1 or number 2. That and a pen, I think should be your top upgrades. A bigger tray, something that has like higher walls and whatnot. This is, I think, a really, really good inclusion. It's got this little like door on the end that you can pop open and close. So this is great. This is a really, really good size too. No complaints about this at all. That's a solid option. And then we have like a ton. These all look identical. I popped that out accidentally. Okay. We have 5. Count. I don't know why. Okay. If you're diamond painting, I just don't feel like you need 5 different diamond painting pens. And 5, you know, squishies as well. I kind of would have rathered them not include basic pens and instead include like, because I know that they make acrylic pens and stuff. I've unboxed them on my channel before. This is an ergonomic one, but they do make like slightly heavier duty pens that I like a lot better. That I feel like would have been maybe more the way to go with this toolkit, but even still, you have spares there. And then we have a pair of tweezers. These are just kind of basic tweezers. They're not super sharp, but a pair of tweezers, just in case one doesn't come with your basic toolkit. I don't use these, but a lot of people do swear by them, especially if you diamond paint on an angled surface. These get dirty super fast, which is why they have plastic on both sides. They're sticky pads, so if you diamond paint on an angled surface, you can put this against like the plastic cover of your diamond painting, and then you grab your tray and it sticks to it, Or I don't know, could you even do that with a pen maybe? Pair of tweezers, various things. You can just kind of stick to the sticky pad and it can just hold things for you. Again, I think that's mostly useful if you're diamond painting at an angle, which I diamond paint on a flat surface. If you diamond paint on a flat surface and you use these, tell me what you use them for. Tell me what you use them for. And if you have ways of keeping them clean. Then we have, this is handy. This is a straightener, just basic plastic straightener in case you want to get your diamonds, straighter, I guess. That's not something you're going to see come in a basic toolkit. So that's a nice inclusion. And then this, I think, is probably my favorite part about it. And the price point on this, I think makes this is, I think, what kind of makes the price point worth it. So how many in total? 54 storage bottles in here. Okay. And so they're built into here. There's not a practical way to get to the ones at the back, unfortunately. If you're actually just working straight out of this, it's almost like you would just have to take these out and set them on something else. So we have the resealable plastic top bottles. Okay. It was a little bit stuck, but not bad. And they look like they're all the same size. These are nice because they are sturdy. This is nice as far as, I feel like being really travel friendly. This could be something really sturdy and secure if you're traveling and it's like you want to have all your storage in one spot. And then you could swap in various things. Like I'm imagining lining up some wax and some cover minders here and pens, trays, and I don't know, any number of little things. If you're working on like a mini diamond painting set, like if you're working on these, you could just put like literally these little bookmarks just straight up in here. So something like that could be an option too. So I'm intrigued by this. I think it's actually a fantastic idea to have, to be able to have something like this that includes ways to store your diamonds if you wanted. I'm trying to think if you really wanted to try to get to those, would these pop out? I mean, they do without a ton of effort. So you could, I just straight up broke those. I guess you could like detach these. That would be a lot of work. That's a lot of headache to then be able to get to the jars more easily. Otherwise, I think to get to the jars in the back, like the ones that are way back here, you're just gonna have to pull out the ones at the front to get to those. So that's why I'm wondering if this is more of like a travel solution than it is something that like you're actively going to actually be doing your diamond painting out of as far as using the storage part. I guess you could also just take these out and use the bottom of this for storing other things. I don't know. I'm curious to hear what your guys' thoughts are on that. These are labels to put on the tops of these. So you can write, like a symbol or a DMC code, whatever works. But this is fascinating to me. I think this is actually, for the price point, so $19.99, I use my 30% off coupon, and so, $13. And that's an incredible price point for getting some storage, the trays, some other accessories, which granted, most of these other things like the basic pens, the silicone thing, the baggie, the brushes, multi-placers, the wax, you can get for really, really, really cheap, right? And a lot of that's included with your basic toolkits anyway. But I think a lot of the value is in this caddy itself. The fact that you can just have all of your stuff in here, like it's there, it's ready to go. I think that's a huge benefit in my opinion. And that's kind of a steal for $12 or $13 US. Yeah, I think that's a solid option, you guys. Of course, everything's moving around as I'm like flipping it and stuff. which is fine. You know, really like practicality if you're traveling with this or something. That's the reality of it. But the bottles in the bottom aren't budging. This is a really interesting addition. There's a big part of me that feels like whoever is coming up with a lot of these diamond painting related concepts at Michaels is paying attention to the diamond painting community, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, or they're a diamond painter themselves, because I feel like they're coming out with things that are just very practical, very reasonable things that just make sense, including some of the other things I'm going to show to you now. So that's the Caddy. We're just going to kind of keep it handy because some of these other accessories, I want to show you how you could maybe like fit this in here too. So let's take a look at some of these other accessories. This is release paper. Release paper is something that you can use in place of the plastic cover. If you just don't like working with the plastic cover, a lot of people feel like it's a bit of a sensory nightmare. And so this comes with 200 sheets of 4 by 4 inches or 10 by 10 centimeters, which is really funny because that's like the exact size of the sections that Diamond Art Club does for their perforations on their diamond paintings. It's 200 of these. This was $9.99. And aside from the Caddy, I used a 20% off code on everything else. It's available online. It's like 20% off on any online orders. And so I used that on everything else, but then went into the store and used 30% off for this because it was the more expensive thing. These are $9.99. I think that's a little bit high, honestly. Even with the coupon for release paper, you can get this for a lot cheaper on Amazon. I don't know if you can get 200 sheets of it. I think the ones on Amazon tend to be a little bit bigger. The price point is not terrible. I just know it exists for cheaper elsewhere. So here's the directions. I mean, this is safe to put on the glue of a diamond painting is what the reality of it is. And you could, I guess tuck some of this into here if you wanted to. So there is that. Then this I am actually really intrigued. I'm also really intrigued by, and I think this is such an interesting concept. Diamond Art Gem Storage Binder. This was $9.99. Used my 20% off coupon on it. And so binder, storage pages, resealable bags, and a sheet of label stickers. I also saw at Michael's that also hanging on the end cap, they had refills of these pages so you could add more than just the 5 that it comes with, which I think is really smart because it looks like each of the storage pages only holds 5 colors. I didn't bring scissors. Oh, that plastic is just splitting really easily on that side. I really want to open this up and take a look. This is intriguing to me because I have to be honest, I have not seen a company do something like this for drill storage. Okay, so it comes with, oh my gosh, that's actually, I didn't realize that because it's all like transparent in the packaging. It comes with like, there's an outside binder portion and you can close it this way. So then you open it up and you could totally fit more refills in here really easily. It comes with just 5 pages. And the openings are on the sides. Okay, yeah, no, this is smart, you guys. I'm not affiliated with Michaels. Like, I just am not. This is all just genuine reaction. Like, I bought this myself and stuff. This is so smart because you know what my main complaint is? I store my special drills in baseball card sleeves in a binder. And heck forbid if that binder gets flipped upside down, all those drills will fall out because once you put diamonds in these bags and tuck them in here, they don't lay perfectly flat, right? So if you flip that binder upside down, because the holes are in the top of, a standard baseball card, sleeves, those drills are going to fall right out. This is so stinking smart, okay? Having this be in the side so that you're sliding the bags of drills in the side is going to provide security. And I was really worried about this when I saw this initially because I was like, okay, so yeah, there's a binder here, but if you tilt it, are the drills still gonna fall out the top? I didn't notice just in the packaging that no, the openings are on the side. And so once your bag of drills is in here, I know there's obviously no drills in there, you tuck that in there. Once it's closed, that's not a good example, there's not drills in there, but like it's, I guess it could fall out like and come out this end, but I just think it's going to be much less of an issue. I think it's going to be a lot less of an issue. So that's smart. Again, I feel like whoever is coming up with these ideas is genuinely a diamond painter or like just has such a good grasp of the practicalities of some of this, that they're thinking of stuff like this, which I think makes an actual very real difference. So you can't fit a ton of colors here with just these 5 sleeves. So I feel like you really, I mean, you're just going to be able to fit top, 20 colors in it. Most diamond painting kits have more than 20 colors. You're going to need more than that, but they do sell those refill sleeves at Michael's. I think they were also $9.99, but I don't remember the quantity. So this is just another alternative option to store your diamonds. And it's neat that they offer something like this and like the jar storage. So I feel like it's a little bit more accessible. It's more beginner friendly. It's more like, what do you feel like works for you? This is just unique, you guys. I have not seen this kind of like diamond painting binder storage system before, and I'm tickled. I think that's just it. The novelty of it, I just think it's really neat. They do include some of these labels. I mean, you can also get more of these. This is like the Avery. I have like a giant pack of these. And then I think you could put those, I would probably put them on the bags as opposed to putting them on the sleeves, because then it's like they're specifically with the bags. In case the bags fall out of the sleeves, then you know exactly what color or symbol goes with that. And the number of bags they include, 20. Okay, so essentially 1 for each sleeve. So I wonder if the refill pack with more of the sleeves also comes with more bags. I would hope so. But bags are really cheap to get on Amazon too if you're looking for it. So this is really cool. I gotta be honest. I think that's really stinking cool. So there's that drill storage binder option. And for $9.99 before coupons. Good stuff. Okay, this is also new. I've not seen Michael's release these before. This is an Ergonomic, I call it Diamond Art Stylus. It's a pen with twists on ends. So like I said, I've unboxed some of their kind of standard pens here on my channel before, but for a lot of people that diamond paint, they find that, if they have arthritis or just general like hand pain, carpal tunnel, that even a regular pen, even if a regular, standard straight pen is more ergonomic, it might still not be as comfortable to diamond paint with for very long. So these exist in other spaces besides Michael's, but something about Michael's being able to get it in store is a really nice option. So this is an ergonomic stylus, and there's different ways I feel like you can hold it. I think some people, I don't know the exact way that most people would hold it. Like this feels a little bit more comfortable. I think it's just whatever is comfortable. There's grooves in it where it is just designed to be more comfortable on your hand to hold. Obviously, there's only one end to put, a placer in. So it's not like a lot of other pens where you can have a single placer on one end and a multi-placer on the other. But if the difference is being able to diamond paint versus not, this is a really nice option. So these are screw-in pens, and you can choose which end you want to put in. It looks like the single placer tip. They also include an angled one, again, if that's more ergonomic for you. But these just screw in. Now, I don't know that the screw-in tips from other companies will necessarily be compatible. There are companies like Diamond Art Club and various shops on Amazon where you can buy screw-in tips. I cannot confirm or deny. I just don't know if those are going to be compatible with this. I feel like someone tested it out when with some of the other pens that Michael's carries, but I wouldn't count on it. If you happen to have some screw-in tips already, you could try it, but I just don't know. I think all you can really be guaranteed is that the ones that are packaged with this are gonna be compatible. So there's a single placer, there's 4 different multi-placers, and then this is a straightener tool. So we had that plastic straightener that came with this, but honestly, if I'm gonna use a straightener, which I don't very often, a metal straightener I do prefer to the plastic. So again, it feels like someone is making really intentional decisions over there, and I like that now there's an option to be able to go into a store and get an ergonomic stylus. And the metal tips. Metal tips are going to hold up better than plastic tips too. This is $9.99 pre-coupon. Most of this was $9.99 except for this and then one of the kits I'm about to show you. So there was that. And what we have left is some diamond paintings. So I have 3 to share with you. These are all new. Michaels is pretty regularly adding new stock. You've seen potentially me do some different hauls here. I did a big Halloween haul. I did a Christmas haul. I've done various like other hauls like in the summer and spring before. And I just was curious to see when I went earlier this week, like, okay, are they going to have anything new out now that like Christmas is over? And their clearance got a bunch of the Christmas stuff. And they did have some new diamond paintings. So we have this like regular standard kind of diamond painting, these cute little bookmarks, and then this is made of wood. This is like a hanging wood piece. So it looks like it's kind of a freestyle grid, as are these are kind of like freestyle grid. And then this one is kind of more your standard fare. So let's take a look at these capybaras because they're just too cute to look at anything else. This was this one $14.99? This one was $14.99 pre-coupon. Now I have to say, I've done a Make Market square drill kit before, and you can literally, like, this is an example of kind of a little bit what my experience was working with those square drills. It's like you can see that these are acrylic, like made of acrylic material. So you can see the gapping. There's something about the shapes of the diamonds. I don't know exactly how to pinpoint what it is, but I'm like, yeah, you can see. We'll take a look. They're not my favorite square drills to work with, but for the price point, I'll put up with a little bit. And this is also really small, 8 by 10 inches, 20 by 25-ish centimeters. Like for a really cute image, sure, like why not? This is gonna have the canvas, the diamonds. It's gonna have a toolkit and some instructions. This one is literally just called Capybaras, and let's open it up. So as far as licensing goes, you guys know I care about licensing and licensed artwork here on my channel. When it comes to Michaels diamond paintings, the way that I have put it is that I feel like we can have reasonable confidence that their kits are above board, because the vetting process to get into stores is pretty thorough, and so that includes things like licensed artwork. So even though we don't typically see artist names attached to Make Market kits, in my opinion, that's not a red flag. Now, if you're going on the Michaels website, a lot of times that's treated like a marketplace. There could be third-party sellers, so I can't guarantee that anything you're buying like from the Michaels website is all above board, but the Make Market brand, I think you're okay. And like I said, reasonable confidence. Like what is reasonable for us to be able to know and expect. So we have this little baby canvas, you guys. I forgot to grab my ruler, so I won't be able to measure it, but they're typically true to size, and that looks about right. So cute little canvas. It's pretty stripped down in terms of there's not like a lot of fancy like branding or anything on it. I feel like this is one of the ways they likely bring their costs down. The quality isn't, a lot of things about it tend to remind me of some other in-house brands like Leisure Arts, like not Riolis, what's the other one? I'm blanking on it, but like, you know, Diamond Dots and that kind of thing. It feels like they may share some like manufacturers and stuff, but we have this 100% polyester canvas. But I'll tell you what, the printing on here and everything, it's really incredibly bright and clear. And again, there's part of me that goes, are people from Michaels watching like YouTube reviews and things? Because one of my complaints about Michaels kits and the printing on the canvas is that sometimes I just feel like the symbols are blurry or hard to read. There's not as much clarity, but this looks like crystal clear printing. Now, granted, these colors are a lot brighter. A better example would be if you had a kit that had a lot of dark colors, but even the printing of like that letter C is super duper clear in a way that I just don't recall from other kits I've worked on. I'll link to some post reviews I've done below. Really sticky glue. It just looks like they, you know, amped up the amount of ink that they were putting onto the canvas, honestly. I think this is just like a unit number, but the printing is really clear, and this is lots of color blocking. I just feel like this is a really beginner-friendly canvas, honestly. They do include an instruction sheet with French on one side and English on the other. Includes some tips, including like wash your hands, don't take the protective film off the whole design, and other, you know, tips and stuff that it shares with you here. Oh my gosh, you know what else? I might be curious to see what's on the other kits. They didn't, that's what it is. That's what I feel like a big difference is. They didn't use the red symbols on this one. That's a complaint that I've had, an issue that I've had when working with some of their other kits, is that they use this red ink for the color of the symbols that sometimes just looks blurry and is hard to make out, and it's not as easy to read. This is, I just feel like they made some changes. Like, I didn't give them direct feedback myself, but maybe others did, and they maybe took that directly into account, which that is fantastic. We do get a basic toolkit that's included, and you're going to see some duplicates with what was included in here, but these are going to be solid options, you guys. We have the tray, which is the same as the medium of those size trays over there. We have some more blue wax. We have the pretty similar pen and stylus. It's just slightly different colors. And then we have some baggies. Now this kit only has 11 colors, so you could absolutely grab this, grab that drill storage, and you'd be all set. Colors wise, here's what we're looking at. I don't think this one comes with special drills, though sometimes Make Market kits will come with special drills. It often says on the box. And yeah, you see like there's the little dimple on the back of this one. You could see a little tab sticking out the side. There's square drills. I just have a hunch that they're made from acrylic. The other material that you'll see square drills made out of is resin, and resin does tend to be less trash prone. And look, oh my gosh, you can see so many little tabs sticking off of those. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it, you guys. I just like, yeah, you can see there's visible tabs sticking off of some of these diamonds there. You can see how the edges are kind of ragged. So Make Market squares are, I would love to see them. So someone from Make Market's watching here, please look into switching to resin. I think especially with square drills, it's just gonna do you so many favors, especially if someone's new to diamond painting. Yeah, these are really not uniform in size and shape. Now, it looks like from the picture on the box though, that if nothing else, they accounted for that and have given you space, and that's why there's some minor gapping here. I would anticipate that this is a pretty good representation of how this is going to look completed. If we're talking about someone that is brand new to diamond painting, or if you're like me and you're like, yeah, but for $9.99 plus, before a coupon, and for a really cute image, like, yeah, okay, I'll put up with some square drills that aren't the best and some gapping. Like, that's gonna be up to you. I'm having a tiny bit of buyer's remorse on this one because I just am looking at those squares. I'm like, am I really ever gonna work with those though? So I would just go into it with eyes wide open. Oh, little black cat glitter there. I have a black cat. There's always fur. So I don't know. I think that you're better off going with round drills from Make Market. Honestly, I think that you're going to have like a better experience, generally speaking. I'll show you now though. We're going to look at some of these round drills in these other kits, but that Capybara is one. The art is really stinking cute. I don't know that those drills are going to be very fun to work with. So I don't know, but this one's going to have round drills. And we're going to take a look at this. So one thing I do really like about Make Market is that they have a lot of things that are ready to display. One of my favorite kits that I did last year in 2024 was a kit from Make Market that was Van Gogh almond blossoms that came with a built-in wooden hanger and was from Make Market. It was like $14.99 before a coupon. I love it. It actually looks very, very nice. And so that's something I think that is one of Make Market's strengths, is that they do have some really, I think, nice options for things that are very display ready, which I think is the right call for something that's available in a brick and mortar store to buy. And for someone that's new to diamond painting, because I feel like a lot of people that try out diamond painting are thinking like, oh, I want to hang this potentially in my home. So this is new, this kind of style where it looks like it just comes with the hanger, this like, why am I blanking on the name of this material? Twine built in. And this is going to be a wooden surface. So I think this is going to be really cute display wise. So here's our contents. Maybe the cording's not attached, but let's take this out and see. This was $9.99. Looks like everything is just, in that bag here. And okay, lots to take a look at here. So here's the wood piece first. So you can see it's like a, it's not like just cardstock. There's like some, I think it said plywood. And then I'm guessing this is what you run. That must be what you run this through. But I guess you could also, could you just hang it without the twine maybe? This does have those red symbols, so maybe they haven't 100% moved away from the red symbols, but these are easier to read in my opinion than some of the other red symbols I've seen. There is this plastic cover on here, and the glue is just under it. Let's see. here's your instructions. These are not specific to this kit. This is just basic diamond painting instructions. They do give you a separate legend here, which of course you are going to need because there's, well, no, these have the letters on them. So is this even useful? Because there's not like these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on these diamonds. It's just the exact letter. But I don't know, I guess you have this if you were going to put these into storage containers. You can then use these as labels. So you could do that. Same basic toolkit as we had in the other project. And let's take a look at these drill colors. So these are round drills. I have done some Make Market round drill kits, including that Van Gogh hanging one that I was telling you about. And I did not really have issues with those diamonds. So yeah, if you're gonna try out Make Market, I'm gonna point you to their round drills as opposed to their squares, for sure. So this number, I think is just gonna match up with like the unit number for the project. Make Market does not include DMC codes with their colors. There's some you can tell really obviously, like we have 310 here. Or if you have one of those like drill kind of color matching charts, like Art Dot does one you can get on Amazon, you could try to color match that way. I have also heard of people contacting Make Market. I haven't done this myself. I've heard of most people mentioning that they were able to email Make Market and were able to get someone to send them the DMC conversion chart. So that, I guess, exists if you were wanting to save those leftover diamonds. So yeah, I think you would just loop and tie the twine through there, and then you'd have this hanging piece. This is just a fun color palette too, I feel like. No special drills included with this one, but it's kind of a fun, like, modern vibe. And this is what I refer to, I think other people refer to it as well, as like a freestyle grid. So where this project is like very gridded, like you can use a multi-placer, they're all in very strict lines. This project, on the other hand, is more like, it's just kind of placed randomly. This is gonna be hard to use a multi-placer on because, you know, it's just kind of like you're squeezing in, you know, dots in various places. It's not necessarily my favorite kind of diamond painting to do, but for special projects like this one, it can have a pretty effect, you know, especially when you have lots of curves and stuff like that. So just be aware that that is a thing with this particular kit, okay? Now last, we do have these cute little bookmarks. They had several different bookmark sets there, and there were a couple like empty racks that made me think there were others that just I wasn't seeing. And this is the dog set. I know we have lots of dog lovers here. I feel like there's a lot of like dachshund lovers too, so the Dalmatian is really cute. So this one's gonna have our bookmarks, tassels, gems, you know, instructions and all that. Kind of the same deal here. So let's take a peek. And this would be cute to work on with kids, or if you, again, someone new to diamond painting, you're like, let's give this a try. Oh, those are bigger than I realized. Those are cute. Okay, let's open this up. Those are like significantly bigger than I realized they were going to be. Okay, so we have our dogs. Let me pull all the elements here. Okay. Toolkit, same exact deal here, you guys. Let's kind of Make Market standard. Here's our diamonds. Again, we have the letters printed on here, and these are round diamonds. Then we have the same kind of legend here. Same situation as with this wood piece. And then the instructions, are these any more? These are more specific. Okay. Okay. This is telling you more about how to attach like the tassel and stuff like that. So it is nice that they do have some that are specific to like a special project. Yeah, a lot of it is probably common sense, but again, if we're talking about beginners, I don't think you can overdo it in terms of including instructions and more information. So these dogs, they're made of this, like, it's kind of a bendable plastic material. There's this clear plastic cover on here you'll want to peel back. It's one-sided, so this side, there's no diamonds, but I like that the image, like, obviously it still works. That's really cute too. And then there's a spot you're going to feed the tassel through. And so you'll just want to take off like the cover, and if you guys have ever done this kind of thing before, but you just kind of feed the loop through here. I'm trying to do this while holding it up. And then you put like the tassel through here. I actually might do this with the plastic cover on first, and then once it's through, take the plastic cover off. And there you've got like a cute bookmark after it's done. So with bookmarks, things like bookmarks and coasters, or even like this that you're going to be hanging and displaying, I might recommend sealing them. Sealing a diamond painting is just putting like a protective layer over it that's going to make sure the diamonds aren't going to fall off, which when you're talking about bookmarks, if you're using these as bookmarks, I'm afraid that the friction from the pages and whatnot could potentially rub the diamonds off. So I think sealing it could be a really good option. I like to use Minwax polyacrylic and clear glass. I just take a paintbrush or a foam brush, do a light layer over it, set it out to like dry and set, and that tends to work really well for me. I'll have a video linked below where I do that exact thing and demo it for you. And it's pretty cost effective as well. I think that can be a really nice way to kind of protect your diamond paintings that might see more wear or, you know, traffic or whatnot. And it also helps like dust. So that way, if there's any, like on projects like these, where there's going to be a little bit of exposed glue in between the diamonds, if dust like gets into that glue, you're not going to get it out. So again, for projects that you're going to be either exposed because you're hanging them or like rubbing up against pages or something, sealing it is just a really good way to protect it and prevent them from getting dusty and, you know, messy and drills falling off. So here's our other two doggos. Those are really cute. I'm so happy that they're printed so cutely on the other side too, so it's gonna look cute either way. These also have that freestyle grid that the wood piece did, and so you're looking at the same kind of situation here where you're not gonna be using like a multi-placer and having everything lined up just so. These are just more, you're gonna be single placing and seeing it come together this way. So the dog bookmarks were, I believe, $9.99 pre-coupon as well. So for the price point, I think that's pretty good. So that's the end of my Michaels haul. Overall impressions. I am most excited about these Toolkit, these accessories upgrades. I think these are like the big winners and like the really like neat things that I'm most excited about seeing Michaels do. I think the price point, in my opinion, is good, especially if you are new to diamond painting and you just don't have much in the way of accessories yet. I think that this kind of situation, this like Toolkit box with everything included, including the storage drills, I mean, I would have been all over this as a beginning diamond painter in 2020, 5 years ago when I started. Like, this would have been perfect. I would have thought I get my storage containers, I'm getting a bigger tray, like I'm getting all these different little things. And I might have discovered things that I'm like, oh, I don't really use this, or oh, this is really useful. I just think that this is a really, really solid option, especially if you can use a 30% off coupon or if they run a bigger sale. You're just not going to do a lot better than that, especially for, the storage containers and being able to put everything in one spot and close it up. Really, really solid option. I also think this is such a good idea. I'm kind of surprised that I haven't really seen any other diamond painting companies do this sort of thing before. I mean, you could kind of makeshift put it together yourself. I don't know for sure, but I guess I would think that there are like baseball card sleeves or card sleeves that exist that you feed them in from the sides instead of the top. And so you could just make one yourself. But again, if you're thinking like, I'm trying a new craft, I want to pick up some stuff while I'm in store, it's like grab a couple diamond paintings to try, a couple little tool things that you're just all set to go. I just think it's such a good idea. There's really something to be said for being able to go into a brick and mortar store and pick these things up just, then and there. So again, all of this I got for under $75, and they do run even better sales if you're willing to wait for sales and ordering online, like through the app. That's where I was able to get 20% off everything. And I just, applied the 30% off towards this one. So it was like 30% off one item. You can only use one coupon in a day per customer. So that's what I used it on because it was the most expensive. The diamond paintings themselves, that's really just going to be about like, do you like it? I'm going to steer you more towards their round drill diamond paintings. Those are ones I've completed and been happy with. I'll keep you posted if I ever see them change their drill material. And, maybe you don't mind acrylic squares or you don't mind like the gapping. I am having some buyer's remorse on that one. So I don't know if I can return it because I've opened it, but I don't know if I'm totally actually going to work on that one. So that would be my opinion, but you're totally allowed to disagree. What are deal breakers for me might not be deal breakers for you. I just want to give you my like honest look at what I'm seeing and what my personal experiences are. So I won't necessarily have these all linked individually below. Maybe I'll try to link at least like the toolbox and the binder if I can find them on the website specifically. Since they're pretty new, sometimes they take a bit to actually hit the website, but they should be there because I was able to order through the app. So you can take a look in the description box for those links. And I'm not an affiliate. I just like going to crafting stores, and I really, really enjoy the Make Market line at Michaels in general. And I really hope they're not going anywhere because, like I said at the beginning, I do find that Make Market as a brand does a pretty nice job of trying to provide things that you don't really see as much of out there. It feels like it's innovative. It feels like it's an amazing price point and is very accessible for new crafters. And I think it's amazing. So anyway, you guys, let me know what you think below, or any of these things that you're going to go and, do some shopping for, any of these things you wish that you'd had when you were new to diamond painting, or are you just like, meh, not necessarily for me. It's all valid, but I'm going to wrap this up. I know I've been chatting your ear off. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more diamond painting videos like this one. I try to show lots of different products from lots of different companies here, and hopefully show things at a variety of price points. Like for a lot of us that are on a budget, at a tight budget, these kinds of things are really good to kind of know what's out there, and yeah, especially stuff you can get in store. Anyway, love to have you here on my channel. Thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to let you go. I hope you're doing well and taking care, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.